Well, Oak Ridge National Labs is probably one of the nation's treasures. Several thousand researchers are making absolute strides, significant strides in a number of areas. One of those areas is building energy efficiency, and I think that most of the American public does not know that we've got a national research lab working on building energy efficiency, because energy efficiency is probably the major way that we can address climate change and energy independence. Thermal-proof windows quite simply save more energy than any other window, period, bar none. And there's about 8 different technologies involved in doing that, some real breakthroughs in spacer technology, improvements in center of glass work, improvements in the frame systems, etc. But if you think about windows a little bit, windows have been left behind. While we've improved the insulation in our walls from the mid-70s on R3 or R4 all the way to R15, R16, R17 today, we've left windows back in the late 70s at basically an R2 to an R3 with no further improvement. With high R value also comes comfort, and people don't think much about comfort outwardly. We think of R value as a specification, and what does it mean? Of course it means heat loss through a partition or through a window, but and the higher the number the better. But more important to a lot of people is comfort. Everyone knows that even with dual pane windows, when they sit next to the window in the winter in the Northeast, it's cold. Let's talk for a second about net zero energy homes. Maybe many people don't realize that it is possible today to build homes that actually use no energy net. And that's a result of, first of all, generating some energy on the roof with solar, but it's also a result of significant improvements in insulation and in window systems and indoor systems as well. You know, one of the critical steps in the development of Thermoproof was to make sure that these windows could be affordable, so that we could offer at least the R5s and the R7s for just about the same price or very little more than some premium R2 and R3 windows. Energy Star for Windows has been stuck at R2.8, I suppose, for decades at this point, for a very long time. And I think the public would be surprised to know that Energy Star got stuck there. Well, it got stuck there because the industry is very uncomfortable with raising that bar to R5, R7, R9, R11. I'll tell you, the DOE has been wonderful. They have been trying to move this up to R7 and eventually R10 or R11 over some period of time. And I think that eventually they'll succeed. In spite of an industry that doesn't want it to move. We want it to move because we think it's important to save energy for this country. We think it's important to save energy for our clients. Over the 27 years that Surace Materials has been making windows, high R value windows, and more recently Thermoproof, we've saved some 5 billion pounds of CO2 and hundreds of millions of dollars of energy bills for our customers over dual panes. So we participated in 2 home retrofits for Oak Ridge National Labs. One was a Habitat for Humanity home, and the other one was for the Tennessee Valley Authority. Both of these are focused on net zero energy. In one of them, we had to replace the existing windows. There have been windows in these highly monitored homes for several years, and the windows from this other manufacturer were only an R2.8. Yes, they were dual pane low E, and yes, they're advertised every day as saving lots of energy, but what they mean is saving energy in comparison to a single pane window, not in comparison to other dual pane windows. So we were able to replace those windows with R5 and R7 product. And then in the brand new home for Tennessee Valley Authority, we put in new product that was all approximately R7. And those are all fully operable, fully modeled, and fully tested in third-party labs. So we're very confident that we've got, in the case of the R7 windows, almost 3 times the energy savings of virtually any other window on the market today. Well, we sent a team out to Tennessee to install these windows, though any installer could have done it. We wanted to get them in quick and at the lowest cost, obviously. So we sent our team out there. And in one of the homes, we took our 2.8 to R7, and we had to replace the windows that were there. In the other home, it was a brand new installation. Wade West led the team out in Tennessee, and he has many years experience as an AMA certified window installer. So, he put these in as any trained installer would do for windows. and it was a very successful install. Right now, they've been in for about a month, and the DOE and the Oak Ridge National Labs are monitoring these homes to see how much energy is saved. The models show that this is going to be significant energy saving in these homes in comparison to what dual pane low E would have been, because the homes are already pretty well buttoned up. So in these homes, the windows by far were the last biggest leak when they were just dual pane low E. So switching to an R5 and R7, these are big changes for those homes. So great lesson for homeowners here that this is good enough for U.S. government to put into these net zero energy homes, and their focus is for affordability in these homes. Then I think those are great proof points for you to also consider, for the listeners or the watchers of this video to consider thermal-proof windows as well.